My wife's cool, man. We do argue sometimes, but I think that's just normal, right? I mean, men and women living in one house and we're like so different. That's just what's gonna happen. And I don't think either of us mean to get on each other's nerves. I think it's just something that happens, you know? Like my wife likes to do this thing where she wakes up an hour before me. She drinks a bunch of coffee. And then she starts yelling at me as if I have also been up drinking coffee. But I haven't, like my eyes are closed. I'm in bed, which I feel like is sort of like the international symbol for, hey, leave me alone. I'm sleeping. I'm just saying, like, rarely do you see someone with their eyes closed in a bed and go like, what's that guy doing, fishing? No. He's sleeping, always, you know. But she'd love to get up early, you know, and she'd always say the same thing to me, you know, she'd wake me up, like, Jamie, wake up, you gotta get up. I'm like, oh my goodness, what's happening? What's going on? It's like, and she'd always say the same thing. She'd always go, listen, you know what we should do today? Which, by the way, no woman has ever said, do you know what we should do today? Followed by something awesome. It's kind of always something only they would like to do, you know? It's never awesome, you know? It's never like, you know what we should do today? What? I thought I'd massage you and you'd watch basketball. Oh my goodness, I'm awake. I did not expect that. I would have actually gotten up last night if I thought that was gonna happen. I would have gotten up an hour before I went to sleep if I thought there was a chance of a massage and some basketball. But you guys know, you know, that's not what happens. It's not what happened. Instead, she goes, you know what we should do today? And I go, what? And she goes, I want us to go to the craft store. Which, did you hear that in the room? That tension, like all I said was craft store, and you could hear a lot of different emotions. Like a guy right back there was just like, did you hear that? Like he'd been punched in the stomach. He was like, oh. And some of the women I could hear you getting like excited, like inside your, like, oh my goodness, I actually need googly eyes. That is so weird he said that, I need googly eyes. We are fresh out of googly eyes. We have like one left, which makes no sense. They should sell them in even numbers. Are there crafty people here? My wife is like super crafty, and it's cool that she has a hobby. And if there's any like young people and I'm losing you on this, I'll just tell you real quick. Basically, crafting, just to explain it to you, it's basically like so you could buy something at a store, right? But for a little bit more money. You could make a crappier version. With no Yelp reviews. With no way to return it without hurting someone's feelings. Oh, my wife she was good at it. She was like really, really crafty. But it was just like for me, like where I'm coming from is it was a stressful for me. Because I would have trouble, I'm not the smartest guy, I would have trouble figuring out, like in our house, what was valuable and what was trash. Like it was almost impossible to figure it out. I remember I upset my wife this one time, like she got so upset, you guys, and that's the last thing I want is my wife to be upset. And she got upset, and you know what I did? All I did was, I threw away an empty sauce jar. That's all I did, right? And my wife wakes up, she goes, where did the sauce jar go that was on the counter? And I go, I threw it away. And she goes, why would you throw it away? And I go, it was out of sauce. Is this some kind of trick question or something? There was no sauce in it, you know, so I threw it away. Because I remember when we had bought it, we were like, we need sauce. I thought that's why we'd been keeping it around. For the sauce that was in it, you know. That's what it says on the outside of the bottle. I wouldn't want someone to open it like, oh, somebody took it. So that's kind of why I threw it away. And she goes, well, I was going to make a craft with that. And I go, well, there's no way, I would have known that. Because I still only have just the 5 senses still. Still being a human, And would you believe, and I don't want to upset her, but would you believe 24 hours later, I did almost the exact same thing? I threw away, the things the eggs come in? What are they called? The egg carton. Which, by the way, do you feel that silence? I just want to tell you guys, if you see an egg carton, you just leave it right where it is. You don't touch it. The egg carton is like the Bitcoin of Pinterest. They fluctuate in value, there's only a finite amount on Earth, just don't touch it. Nobody told me that, I just woke up and I saw an egg carton and it was empty, and I don't like clutter. And so the recycle truck was driving by and I was like, oh my goodness, that guy loves these. And so I ran out there. He's got a whole truck full of them. And so I went out there, loves them. And so I threw it in the truck and I come back inside and my wife is standing there. And she's like, where did the egg carton go that was on the counter? I go, no. No, you're kidding me. No, you didn't, no. I threw it in. And she's like, what? And I go, I couldn't even tell her, and I didn't want to tell her. I threw it in the guy's truck. I go, if she finds out about that guy, she'll start dating him. How can I compete with that? He's got a whole truck full of craft items. All the egg cartons you could want. He probably has some facility. I'm not telling her about that. I can't compete with that. I go, honey, I'm really sorry. And she goes, why would you throw it away? And I go, it was out of eggs. Mainly, that was probably the number one reason, Because I woke up and I was like, you can't, cook that for breakfast. Everybody will die. So I threw it away. And so I'm just nervous all the time in my own home. Like, it's been 8 years since I threw something away. Yeah, like if you came to my house and you were like, dude, where's your garbage? I don't know. I don't know where it is. And if you find it, don't even tell me. Because I don't want to get in trouble anymore. Seriously, when I'm done with something, I just pile it up on her side of the bed. Like a gentleman, Let her sort through when she has time, She walks in like, what are all these dirty diapers doing here? I'm like, I don't know, maybe you're making some sort of poop quilt. How am I supposed to know what is valuable and what is trash? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know what's happening. Just being safe. But I guess my whole point, you guys, is it's just sometimes we don't want, I just don't want to go to the craft store. You just don't want to go, but you oftentimes don't get a choice even if you try to get out of it. Like, I try to get out of it every single time. She goes, well, honey, I'd like you to go to the craft store with me. And I go, oh, I don't want to. I go, what, is there any way I could not go? And she goes, no, I'd really like you to go. And I go, what do you imagine my role would be at the craft store? Like, what exactly are you expecting from this guy right here? And she goes, well, I want your opinion, Sometimes I find two things alike. I'm not sure which one to get. I want to know what you think, And I go, oh, okay, I don't care. Yeah, about any of it, So that's how I feel about all that stuff. So maybe you could go by yourself, if you find two things you like, you could hold them up and imagine me going, I don't care. And then I could just stay here, and then that way both of us would be happy instead of just those of us that are you again. And then I don't even remember the argument ending, and all of a sudden I was just pushing a cart. And it smelled like pine cones. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I feel like this happens to guys more than women. I could be wrong, but I get in like these bad moods in my friend where everyone I see, I just want to, I'm not going to do it, but I want to punch him. Just like everybody, for no good reason. I saw this guy, and all it was, he had a brass rooster in his cart. And it just infuriated me, the whole thing. It made me, I wanted to punch him, punch the rooster. Like, why is he buying? It just made me so mad on so many levels. Like, first of all, why are they selling them? Second of all, why are you buying them? Now you're encouraging them? And I go, what are you making a metal farm? Like, what's happening? Why would you need that? And I'm just in a bad mood, and I'm pushing my cart, and I'm not paying attention. I go around the corner, I hit carts against this guy because I wasn't paying attention, he wasn't paying attention. I look up, and it was this really old guy, right? Like a much older man. And I could tell when I was little, I want to punch everybody. I could tell in his head, he was like, help! Help me! I could tell. And I go, oh, dude, I feel so bad. And I saw the look in his eye. I didn't even know what to do. I just saluted him. I said, thank you for your service, because is that what you say? I don't even know. I just thinking this guy has probably been going to craft stores for 60 or 70 years. Every single week. Then I started thinking this guy was probably around before they even had craft stores. He probably had to go out in the forest to get pine cones. This poor guy, he's fighting bears so somebody can make a bird feeder nobody wants. The guy's my hero, you know? And so finally, I can't find my wife anywhere, and finally I see her, and I walk over, and I'm like, honey, how do we get out of here? Like, what has to happen for us to get out of here? Because I'm losing it. And she goes, oh, I'm so glad you're here. And I go, what's going on? She goes, I need your help. I go, what do you need my help with? And she goes, which one of these should we get? And you got, for $1 million, for $1 million in cash, I could not tell you what she was holding. Like, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I just don't even know what is, like a ball, but not balls that, like sport balls. It was just like decorative balls. And so she's like, which one of these is better? And I'm like, I don't know how to play. I don't know what's happening. Why would one be better? I hate all of them. And everything in here, everybody, especially the ball, I hate everything. But you gotta help, you gotta try to help. Your wife's like, well, honey, what are you gonna do with them? And she goes, you know that shelf right beside the television with nothing on it? And I go, I don't. I don't think you're lying to me. I'm sure there's a shelf. I've just never, why would you look away from the television? That seems stupid. Do you know what I mean? Like, how many channels does the shelf have? Probably none. Probably. And then I go, maybe we don't even need to do it since I'm just now even finding out about the shelf. Never even glanced over there. But I want her to be happy, so I go, what are you thinking? What are you thinking of doing? She goes, well, I want to get a bowl, okay? Then I want to take the balls and put them in the bowl and then put them on the shelf so people can come over and be like, there's that. I'm paraphrasing a little bit to quicken the story. She said more words, but I don't remember what they were. It was something of that nature. I'm just trying to shorten it up for you guys. And so I look into the cart, and there's all these balls, right? There's so many balls, but there's not one bowl. And so I start thinking, I got it figured out. I know how to get home. We just got to find the bowl. And so I go, honey, I want to help you. Let's find the bowl. Am I right? Like, we just find a bowl and we get to go home? Because I'd like to help you find the bowl, and I would also like to go home. And she goes, well, no, they don't have the exact bowl that I want here. I already checked the bowl section, so we just got to real quick swing by the other craft store on the way home. That's what shit. We got to swing by the other craft store. You guys, I was already mad. At this point, I just blacked out. I don't even remember what happened. But I guess I just started yelling at the store itself. I was like, come on, Michael, get it together. What's going on, Michael? I was waving a glue gun around. Where's Michael? I want to talk to Michael right now. Where is he? I want to speak with Michael. Sir, there is no Michael. That's what I thought. I didn't think he would do that to his own people. Maybe Michelle would, but not Michael. And I don't want you guys to think I'm like an angry guy or a bad guy. It's just, I'm already mad. Now I find out I got to go across town. I got to see freaking Joanne because Michael Doesn't have his stuff together? Are you kidding me right now? Hey, did you know Dry Bar Comedy has their very own app? You can check it out, man. Download it right now. It'll take 2 seconds. You can watch, save, and share clips, and you can watch my entire special right there on the app.